Los Angeles, 1985. A city known for dreams, fame, and endless nights. But that year something changed. People stopped sleeping, not because they wanted to, but because they were afraid to. Windows were locked, doors reinforced, lights stayed on until morning, because somewhere in the darkness, a man was watching. He didn't care who you were, he didn't care where you lived, and he didn't care if you survived. This is the story of the man they would come to call the NightStalker. Long before the fear, there was a boy. He was born on February 29, 1960, in El Paso. His name was Richard Ramirez. He grew up in a household where violence was not unusual. It was normal. His father, Julian Ramirez, was known for his explosive temper. Discipline often came in the form of physical abuse. His mother, Mercedes Ramirez, struggled to hold the family together, raising multiple children under pressure, exhaustion, and fear. Inside that home, love was inconsistent, but anger was constant. And for Richard, childhood wasn't safe, it was survival. As a young boy, Richard suffered multiple head injuries. One of them left him unconscious. These injuries would later become a point of discussion among psychologists, but at the time they were just another part of a chaotic life. But nothing shaped him more than his cousin, a man named Miguel Ramirez. Miguel had returned from the Vietnam War, but he didn't return whole. He brought something back with him, something dark. He began spending time with Richard, and instead of shielding him from the horrors of war, he showed him photographs of tortured, raped, and murdered Vietnamese women and taught him about stealth killing techniques. He exposed him to it, and Richard watched closely, silently, absorbing everything. Miguel didn't just show him violence, he normalized it. He spoke about killing like it was power, like it meant something, like it gave control. And then, one night, that darkness became real. Miguel shot and killed his own wife, right in front of Richard. A single moment that would leave a permanent mark. Because for a young mind already surrounded by fear, this wasn't just trauma, it was transformation. As Richard grew older, he became more withdrawn, more isolated. He lost interest in school and eventually dropped out. He began experimenting with drugs, LSD, cocaine, substances that blurred the line between reality and fantasy. And inside his mind, those violent images never left. They evolved. He became obsessed with control, power, and fear. And slowly, he began to change. He took a job at a hotel, but it wasn't work that interested him. It was access. He learned how people lived, when they slept, how vulnerable they were behind closed doors. He watched, he studied, and eventually, he started stealing, breaking into rooms, taking what he wanted, leaving without being seen.
The NightStalker would break into homes through unlocked windows and doors.
If there was a man, and they would usually shoot the man first. Then he would sexually assault the women. Then he would ransack the place. Sometimes he left them for dead, sometimes they were dead.
Ramirez struck in Glassell Park, Rosemead, Monterey Park, Whittier, Monrovia, Burbank, Arcadia.
But theft wasn't the end goal. It was practice. Around this time, Richard became deeply interested in Satanism, not as a phase, but as a belief system. He embraced darkness, spoke about evil openly, saw himself as something beyond normal. This wasn't rebellion, this was identity. He eventually moved to Los Angeles, a city full of opportunity. But Richard wasn't there to build a life. He was there to disappear into the crowd, to become invisible. And then, in June 1984, everything changed. The first known attack. A home, at night. A victim caught completely off guard. No warning, just violence. Over the next year, the attacks escalated. He broke into homes at night, sometimes through unlocked doors, sometimes through windows. He used whatever he had, guns, knives, blunt force. Sometimes he killed quickly, sometimes he didn't. He would assault, torture, control, and in some cases, he forced victims to swear loyalty to Satan. To him, this wasn't just crime, it was ritual. What made him truly terrifying was the randomness. There was no victim type. Men, women, elderly, children, it didn't matter. Anyone could be next. And because of that, fear spread across California. People stopped feeling safe in their own homes. Neighbors became suspicious. Sleep became impossible. The media gave him a name, the NightStalker. Police were under pressure, but the case was difficult. There was no clear pattern, no predictable behavior, until evidence began to connect. A shoe print. At first, it looked like nothing, just another footprint in the dirt. But then, they saw it again and again. Same pattern, same size, same presence. The killer was walking through every crime scene, leaving behind the same silent signature of a Via Snicker. Then a stolen vehicle, a 1976 orange Toyota station wagon, often described as orange-red or red-orange. The car was stolen in Los Angeles' Chinatown and abandoned on August 28, 1985, in El Serene. Inside, police found a single fingerprint on the rearview mirror of the Toyota that was positively identified as belonging to Ramirez. When his image was released to the public, everything changed, because now everyone was watching. On August 31, 1985, Ramirez returned to Los Angeles. That morning, he stopped into an East Los Angeles liquor store and saw his face on the front page of the newspapers. This was the man, the papers said, who had been terrorizing California homes from Los Angeles to San Francisco for more than a year. A woman at the store recognized Ramirez, according to the Los Angeles Daily News. She yelled out, "El Matón," which means the killer. Ramirez fled on foot down I-5 before attempting to carjack an unlocked Ford Mustang. After he crashed the car, a mob of angry residents beat him bloody, hitting him with a crowbar and holding him until police arrived at the scene. The NightStalker was finally captured. The trial began in 1988, and it shocked the world. Ramirez showed no remorse. He smiled, laughed, even shouted, "Hail Satan!" in court, and flashes a pentagram he had drawn on the palm of his hand. Some people, disturbingly, admired him, but the outcome was inevitable. By September 1989, Ramirez was convicted of 13 murders, 5 attempted murders, 11 sexual assaults, and 14 burglaries. He was sent to death row at San Quentin State Prison. Years passed, decades, but execution never came. Then came a woman in love. She wasn't a victim, she wasn't a witness, and yet she chose him. Her name was Doreen Lioy, a magazine editor, intelligent, articulate, and by all accounts, ordinary, until she became obsessed with a man the world feared, Richard Ramirez. Doreen fell in love with Richard during his trial in the late 1980s. While the courtroom watched in horror, Doreen saw something else. She believed he was misunderstood, even innocent. So she started writing to him, letter after letter, hundreds of them. And somehow, he wrote back. What followed wasn't just correspondence, it was a relationship. Over time, Doreen became one of his most loyal supporters. She not by the system, but from complications related to B-cell lymphoma. He was 53 years old, and just like that, the man who turned fear into a weapon was gone. And Doreen, his wife, did not come forward. But the question remains, was he born this way, or was he shaped by everything around him? Because if someone like him could exist once, then maybe, somewhere, it could happen again. If this story kept you watching, then you already know the darkest crimes are real. Subscribe to The Crime Motive, because the next case might be even more disturbing.